The rough day today. Rough day. Can everybody hear me good? Everybody hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we're in the house. We're in the
All
house.
right, everybody in the house. Everybody doing well. I'm gonna let Casey take it away, being that he is the host with the most.
Yeah, I'd be that guy, the one to call Case, aka Face. This is another one of those Casual Red Show, and we are definitely brought to you by Baloran Manukian LLP, Boron BMS, Baloran Manukian and Shaq Gideon, one of the finest law firms in Southern California, it's probably in the country. They're a full sponsor of Stateside Reds, everything we do, and we appreciate them. You can reach them at 747-444-4444. Hayek, Vahe, Ashat, Ani, um, Shushan, David, some of the finest lawyers. When they got paralegals, they got investigators, everything to make sure your case goes smooth. Call them, get their free consultation. They're here for you. And like we always said, if they take your case, there's a good chance you'll win. Balorim, Manukian, and Sheikh Gideon, sponsors of Stateside Reds, and this is those Captain Red Show. Let's get it started. I am Case. I already introduced myself. This is a rare occasion we get to have a post-match reaction on this show on a Tuesday. I can't remember if it's ever happened before, but we're going to talk about today's match. United did lose to Nottingham Forest, but let me introduce this magnificent panel with the gentleman who is here. Let's start with Germ. What's going on, Germ?
What up, Case? Out here hoping for a better result, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And the man this way of him is my guy Ronaldo, the most positive person I know, the only person who didn't talk bad about me ever. What's going
Okay,
on,
okay.
Not
Ronaldo?
to your face.
April Fool's is over.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. A frustrating one today, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I feel like that's the mood today. It is what it is.
It
And
sucks,
another
but yeah.
another gentleman representing the South is my guy Mikey with a beautiful young lad. What's going on, Mikey?
No, I appreciate that, man. Everything's good, dog. I'm not surprised about today. I don't trust these guys still, and I still don't know what our level is.
That's a very good statement. I don't know what our level is either, but I know it might be Europa. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk more about that later. And once again, representing PA, Pittsburgh, my guy Sean, a resident marathon runner. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I had more fun watching my kid play today than I did watching Man United. So at least I got some action today.
Yeah, when you see our passing, you can appreciate watching kids play because
Oh, they were better.
yeah. So let's get into it. Everybody looks at the stats. We dominated possession, I guess. We had more shots. We had more shots on goal, but it's still we're lacking something. We're lacking goals. Teams can go up 1-0 and beat us. I mean, Mikey, what do you think? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so I think there's a lid on the goal today, just like most games. Same problem. Don't know who's gonna score the goal, where the goals are gonna come from. It's plaguing us now. Just think about it like this: every time I say I don't know our level, what happens? Right? We play a team that's either above our weight, right? Either they're in a better position than us, or they're doing better than us in some kind of capacity, right? So all these teams that we're gonna play now are doing better than we are. Aside from, well, yeah, all of them, even Leon in the position that they're in Ligue 1, they're doing better. But look, we don't know. I don't know our level because we're playing the third best, the third. They're in third now, so by a table, they're the third best team in the league, right? And we're playing them off the park. We have all of the ball. We are taking all the shots. We had more of the most impactful shots going forward. We had all offense on them, everything going, right? It takes the goalkeeper doing some great blocks, great saves on the goalkeeper for us not to get in, right? And it takes one after that shot. They have one other shot that troubled the goal. We played a good game today. It's just that front three, that front four there's a lid on the goal, and we can't figure it out to get the ball in the net. Everything else was fine. I feel like, now granted, the passing was off, and they looked out of sorts. But if you just look at the numbers as far as possession goes and all that shots and all that, you want that in every game. You would want that in every game. You want to dominate the ball. You want to have the most shots. You want all of that. You just want to turn it into goals. So once again, when I say I don't know our level, look again. Third best, dominated them. One Buki goal, and we lose.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. And the thing is, we all know these things coming into the game that we're not going to score goals, and we depend on Bruno a lot. And I just feel like Bruno got a little lost, but, I'm going to let some other guys get into it. Ronaldo, your thoughts? I mean, stats would look good. I mean,
just age-old problem of composure and the final product. A lot of our crosses were off today. Guys making the wrong decisions. Even Bruno had a bad day today with some of the passes, 5-yard passes going astray. Dorgu lost the ball a couple of times. Garnacho wasn't doing shit right. I mean, terrible day. And the thing was, as much as we dominated, had the better stats, Forest's intensity and winning battles was as good or better than us. And this weekend, after they played 120 minutes of football, I felt kind of good. I'm like, like maybe we might catch him slipping, steal one. Nope. Elanga looked like he was fresh. Ran right by us, right through us. Once again, Paul marking on a corner, man. I mean, what is it? Why everyone is pushing up for a corner in the 6th minute? We can't have some people just chilling on the half line. I think that goal was unacceptable, straight up and down. It was really disappointing. And we just never had the cutting edge today. But sadly, something that we're not strangers to. But we could take some heart from the game, especially the second half, late second half. Probably should have got a goal. I wanted Mount's shot to go in so bad. Oh my god, that would have lit up the world if that went in. But it was a tough one. I mean, today on the balance, if you came in today, knowing how we played this season, and you would figure Forest would win, and that's exactly what happened. Once again, we might come Sunday and beat City at home. You can't you can't predict us. You can't predict us, man. We just get motivated where we want to, and guilt edge on the day. Whatever happens for us happens. So can't predict. All you can do is hope. But yeah, we still got work to do.
Yeah, we still got work to do. I mean, we're going to talk about Garnacho. We're going to talk about Amarin, but I'm going to get to Germ. Germ, anything you saw glaring positives, negatives from this match?
I would say the negatives, just to start off first, negatively, it's pretty evident, right? We need a striker. That's like the biggest thing we do need, because if we had a proper striker up there, I believe we would have got at least one goal up front, because just like Mikey was saying and Ronaldo, I mean, we did look better. I mean, we pinged passes. We just looked better in the first half as a team, especially playing the third best team in the Premier League. But again, it's evident that we need a proper striker up front. And the second half, we looked a little sloppier. There was some passes that I was seeing Dorgu just miss. There was one pass where he was on the left flank and he passed it back, and it was like a simple pass, and it led to like a break. So just seeing that, was just a little sloppy. And Garnacho, I mean, we talked about this before. Sometimes you like him when he's threatening up front, but then other times you just get frustrated because of this decision making. There was particularly a few of them where he could have made a better pass up front, but again, it goes to questioning his decision making. It could be attributed to him still being young, some of that just selfishness in him. But yeah, that's the positives I could say is the fact that we played good. We looked well against a third place Premier League team, so that's a big positive for us.
Yeah, I see some chats coming in, but I'm gonna have to squint. It's all cheesy. Sean, when you saw the starting lineup, when you eventually saw it, anything surprise you?
Yeah, Rasmus.
Were you okay with it?
No, I wasn't. Rasmus not starting was a problem. He's just coming off scoring. I know he didn't play well when he did come on, but we didn't know that was going to happen, right? there was no out and out striker on the field. For me, they set up for counter attacking football to sit back, but even then, we had no forward that was fast enough to get on to a counter attack because he's our fastest striker. And with Rashford not here anymore, he is by far the fastest player we have. The right wing today was non-existent. Did anyone see that when every time Delo had the ball on the right, nobody was standing there? Garnacho for me does not work on the left. He just doesn't. He plays better on the right. Not that that's saying much, considering how shit he was today, but he does play better on the right wing, or the right 10, should I say? Ugarte, I watched snippets, while I was coaching my kids' team. Ugarte coming off at the half, I think, was a mistake. I'm not sure why you kept Casemiro out there. I think Ugarte was the better option. And then you take Casemiro off for Eriksen. Eriksen didn't do anything. Defense was okay, other than the goal. But it wasn't really, other than Maz, there was no one really back there to, if the little Euro is chasing Alanga down, that ball doesn't go in for me. It's just the fact that neither one of them were, on that in the defensive area when that was happening. Even the little Euro needs to stay back at the halfway line, and like I was saying, like I'm teaching the kids, you have to have someone that's fast that can stay back, and a defender, not a 19-year-old kid who clearly needs to hit the gym and fell over. Looked like he's done a half marathon and fell over at the finish line. So I didn't like the lineup at all today. I think he made some horrible decisions. But again, we've said it in the past. He's a young coach. He's going to make mistakes, and we just have to deal with that right now.
Yeah,
I think
ahead, Mike.
they're on the line there because they got the height, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there's, like Ronaldo said, that was an excuse that you can't do that. And somebody do something other than just watch him, because he's being watched. Outside of Garnacho getting pushed over, one guy's in front of him just looking. Get in the way of where he could shoot the ball and cut the angle off. What are you doing? I know you can't take him down there because he's the lone man, so I get that. But yeah, Mazraoui kind of gave up on it for me. I love Mazraoui, but I think him and Dorgu, I don't know what the fuck they were doing back there. Garnacho's not supposed to be back there defending anything. So I say you keep, but I think you keep at least Len Euro out there because he's pretty quick. He'll be able to cut it off before it happens. You seen that tackle he made? Yeah. He could do something like that. Just weird positioning today, weird from everybody, and I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, it seemed like we overcommitted to that set piece, and we didn't really think. Well, I don't want to say we didn't think about it, but we got to understand that Forest is the team that lives off the break, off catching on the counter, and we didn't leave anybody back there who could handle that. Yeah, Mazraoui is a good defensive player, but Alanga just ran through him. I know there's a little intimidation seeing this big athletic kid coming at you. Is that a pause? Anyway, big athletic kid coming at you full steam, and, he basically bounced Garnacho off. It was just, I felt like that setup we just overcommitted. Let's go into the coach. I felt like he had a rough one today. I felt like he got some decisions wrong, especially in the second half. I don't understand taking Ugarte off that early because you lose that defensive base, and Casemiro's not going to provide it. Eriksen's not going to provide it. So I didn't get it. The keeping on Garnacho the whole match. I mean, I don't understand what he's doing because first Garnacho's in a doghouse, disciplinary problems, and this is someone you want to play the whole match. Garnacho has a decision-making issue that it's really bad now, and it's all unforgivable. The kid's played for us. He's played 3 years now with the first team,
About
and it just seems to be getting worse. What do we do with Garnacho, gentlemen? That's the question. Is he something we got to get rid of, or are they going to develop him? Because I don't think the club even knows what they want to do with Garnacho.
I'll take that real quick. There's a lot of reports online today on Twitter, coming from some credible, some not credible, that Man United are willing to do a full exchange for him and Osman in the summer.
Oh, because Napoli's on him.
Yeah.
Shoot, I hope Napoli
They-
feels the same.
Yeah, well, they do. They wanted him in January, remember?
Yeah, I don't want to do like any recency bias, but just, I am just kind of reacting to what I saw. Before I would want to keep Garnacho, but just after what I keep on seeing, sometimes it becomes a little difficult to defend him because he's a young guy. I want to say like he's a young guy, he's learning on the job. He shouldn't even be a starter, but if he's a coveted asset for another team, because that's what it is, an asset, then by all means, while his name is hot, strike while it's hot. And if we can get something of value in return, most definitely. If that's awesome in getting him in return, then by all means, I would do it.
I want to say real quick, I remember a time when everybody was on this little wave that is like, yo, man, Marcus Rashford has been here for X amount of time and he's had X amount of managers to deal with and hasn't really been able to be coached right and trained up by one manager for too long.
Yeah, I remember that.
Garnacho's having the same issue. And he's about the same age, as when he came into the league, and he came into it at 18. Rashford came in at 18 to the first team. And how many managers have we had since then? 3? 2? So do I think there's a player there? 100% there's a player there. I think Garnacho's a good player. I think up here is where he's messed up. Like you said, up here, there's days where he can be when we see the best Garnacho is when he's passing, when he's thinking he's pass first, when he's, making plays onto the ball that's going to affect the game as opposed to him trying everything on his own. Now, was he bad today? Yes, 100%. Those shots out of nowhere and just stymied our offense. Yeah, didn't understand. Do I want money for him? Of course, I want money for a lot of these guys. But how much of it is that he hasn't been he's just a byproduct of an unstable rather club? How much of it is that? How much of it is he's changing? He has to work with. He needs a little bit more time with Amarin before we actually make this decision. How much of it is that? I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot involved with that. I mean, look at the Alanga. If he's still with us, I don't think he's that type of player. I think he got an opportunity to go to a club, get out of our muck, our mess, and develop and become a better player. Does anyone think that Garnacho, with his bad decision making, would be probably better off being a striker for us? Because he does nothing as a number 10.
No, because he scored 1 goal since November. So why would he be a good striker?
Well, I mean, the number 10 possession, we need him to help other players get going. Exactly. And he's not going to do that. Striker, he has one thing to do: score the ball, not worrying about passing, not worrying about crossing. We just need to limit his decisions right now, and because he's not getting it right. So that's a question. I think he'd be a better striker. I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, if him and Rasmus keep Zersky at the 10, I think it would do the team a good benefit. Because he's not helping.
Yeah, it's little. Just like what Mark said right now, he's too slight for a striker. I mean, you saw him; he got stiff armed. He just got punked.
Yeah, he's too little. And then he's not like he's fast. But is he rapid, right? Is he getting past guys? I think the better left backs and right backs in the league have shown us that he's not really getting past the top tier of guys. We need that guy up top that is a menace that can break lines, that you play a ball over the top to him. He's going to get there with space and beat the man, leave him in the dust. This team is lacking pace. This is a slow team. Like, every player on that pitch is slow. And I mean, not me slow, because I'm slow. I ran a 4.8 in college. I'm slow, okay? But, these guys are slow. And I don't understand what's going on with them. But we're lacking that pace. But up top, he just doesn't have it. He can't bang with anyone. It wouldn't work.
I mean, I like him in the 10, but it's all a mentality thing, man. You got to think pass first. And today, Xerxes started in the 9. He's like the perfect striker for these wingers that like to score. You try to find him in the little spaces near the penalty spot and get a nice little layoff, and you can have a one-time shot. But you got to be thinking pass first. And these guys aren't doing it, man. I don't know why or when we could get a culture of trying to, play ball in the box, knock it around, try to tee up something on the top of the box for a better shot. Try to get the defenders moving because, when these guys get the ball on the wing, they're cutting in, they're looking for a shot. It's, they're telegraphing it. People just waiting to block it or to get right up and take it. So, yeah, definitely a mentality thing with Garnacho. He has a talent. It's not a doubt. That's not the thing. It's a mentality thing with him. I don't want to be like the bitter British media and say, he's full of himself. He think he's there with the Sue and the Viva Garnacho, but I think he needs to dial it down. And as I was telling everybody today, if he wants to be like his Lord and Savior Cristiano, hit that gym, hit that training field, work on your passing, work on your shooting, kid. Because you want to shoot all the time. You're not hitting the target. What is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that he wants to be Cristiano, but Cristiano took it to another level. Whatever he lacked and then wasn't well out, he makes sure he fixed that in the offseason.
Yeah.
He was a machine about that. And I hear what Mikey's saying. He's been through a lot of coaches, but you got to believe someone has talked to this kid, pull him aside, tell him to do this. Is it something that just feels like he just won't get it? He wants to go for glory a lot. And it just, I don't know. I just don't see how. Because right now, I'm all about thinking about the Europa. I know this is the Premier League team we played. You got to remember, we played a third place team, and Forest has earned that. So, as a disappointing we are with a loss, this is what we're supposed to get. But does anyone feel like we should play more kids now and get them going in Premier League? Because what's the best we can finish?
Yeah,
12?
I think so. We could probably, if things swing away, we could probably get in the top 10. But I don't know
that's a lot of
necessarily if we
swinging.
shoot for that. Yeah, a lot of. That's why I wasn't too mad about mad about the lineup today, because I have a feeling he's thinking about next Thursday. He's trying to rest guys. He pulled Ugarte off. We didn't even know if Ugarte is fully recovered from that Bolivia game too, playing in that altitude. We don't even know if he's fully recovered.
Travel.
So I travel. I think Ugarte was burnt out. Maybe he's saving him for Sunday. I know for damn sure he's saving him for next Thursday. So maybe that's why he kind of picked that lineup too. I think the reason he didn't start Rasmus was because he's not physical enough to post up on those big center backs. And Milenkovic and that other guy, his name is failing me. Those are some big boys. And I think, Hoyland was not going to eat any food today if he came up against him. So I didn't mind the lineup too much. It was just a matter of execution. And the guys kind of dogged it today, being greedy and just not executing.
John, you were saying something?
My bad. I don't want to cut him off. I don't know he was finished. My bad, Ronaldo. So about Ugarte, I mean, there was a reports when you play in Bolivia, especially that high altitude, it affects a lot of players. So the fact that having to play at a totally different climate and having to come over, I mean, I can just speculate that you're reserving them or saving them for the weekend matchup and then also keeping them fresh for Europa because, as we all said, I mean, at least for me, Europa is much more important at this point than the Premier League.
Oh, it's way more important than the league right now. That's how we are a Europa level team. I mean,
Europa or bust, really.
Yeah, it is really. But Forrest has played 120 minutes. Why are we worried about Ugarte having to come off to rest him? I mean,
but Ugarte had to play in 3,000 feet in the air and then fly back over to come and play
transatlantic
time. Yeah, like
train and everything.
That's like him playing 120 and then another 30 minutes on top of it.
Yeah, it's like running around in Denver, like the altitude.
It's tough, man.
Our young guy Dorgo had a rough game. I think our first one we've seen with him today. Things just weren't happening on attack wise.
Yeah.
Shouts Taz. Garnacho probably vexed he didn't make the last Argentina squad, trying too hard.
Yeah, he's
You know
trying to.
what? It's crazy because he should be able to walk into that side now, right?
No, no.
He should be able to walk into that side at this stage, right? You're 20 and you've already made it a thing there. You should be regularly premiering for them, and they still are so good that they're keeping you out of it. So it's like you have something to work towards.
And Messi
They don't
doesn't
even
like
need
him.
him.
Look at Rashford. Rashford got in. Rashford, you know, he made a case for himself. He made a good account of himself to get in. And there's a World Cup coming up, man. You need to be playing and auditioning to get yourself in that team.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons why I think he'll go in the summer.
Yeah.
Garnacho?
Yeah.
Well, he definitely doesn't fit Ruben's system. He doesn't fit that position. Go ahead, Jeremy.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, it's not like they even need him in Argentina. You saw how they just like thrashed Brazil. So like for him, he has that to look forward to. So he wants to get minutes, and maybe have a move at the summer.
I don't know what you do to sit down a player like that, and
well, in our situation, we don't have competition
how do you
for him.
explain to a 19-year-old that your decision is so poor? Like if we had any like next season, right? Who is he gonna play? Who's he gonna play over?
I think it's easier to tell a 19-year-old that than a 20-something-year-old that.
But age is age. But if it's not like he's 14 trying to explain to him that your decision making's poor. But like if we go, let's say me and Mikey were talking about like this last night. Kuna's available at the end of the season. We go out getting Kuna. Where's he going to play?
He's going to be second fiddle.
He's going to be third because then you got Zersky too, and then you got Mason Mount, and then you got Bruder. Like he's not. Maybe it's time for him to sit on the bench and learn, like we've talked about, because these youngsters coming through, they get pushed through too quickly. I understand the season's over in the Premier League, so play the youngsters. But in general, the youngsters are being thrown into Man United too quickly. And,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
After the City game, I just want to see the youngsters now. The City game, it's the Manchester derby, and you need to win that. You have to win that.
I thought today was a great opportunity for Coney to come in. I can never pronounce his name. I thought it was a great opportunity for him to come in today.
I think we need to see what he's doing before the season's ending. I think he needs to get a few Prem games because we need to decide what kind of center mid we need to pair up with Ugarte.
Yeah.
If between Coney and Collier and whoever else, we need to figure out if they could do the job or we need to bring in a vet or
Collier was looking good though before he went out injured though. Yeah, he was looking good.
Who was?
Collier. Toby Collier.
I was surprised he didn't play.
He's coming off injury though.
Okay.
I hear you. Our guy Mount got a little run today.
Almost scored.
Somebody nearly sent me a video apology today. If it was like this much more to the left, I nearly got a full-blown video apology.
Hey, yeah, I was thinking about that too. I wanted it to go in, but I was like, oh, here we go. And I'm glad I didn't bet 300 push-ups.
That's hilarious because as soon as he got in, all I could think about, here comes the presser. He's in a press. I was just
but did he press in the game? After that shot, I didn't really see much of him.
No.
It was all helter-skelter from there.
Everybody was pretty bad. Eddie's coming off injury, so I don't really off him.
Do you know the best part about it is he didn't go off injured, so that's
that's actually the best part.
It was just good
it.
to see him out there. It was just good to see him out there, and like you said, that he stayed healthy throughout the match.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And well, we didn't see him because it was Harry Maguire time. Harry Maguire gets pulled in as our super saver, and he went to work. It was crazy.
Twice he almost scored. Twice. Yeah.
That just sums up our team where Harry Maguire's got a better XG than Rasmussen's had in the last 12 games. I mean,
well, Harry Maguire used to play striker as a youth academy kid. He was a striker.
Here you go.
Yep. I mean, I said, is that not just indicative of that we really need a striker, that you put your backup center back to go out there and try to get you a header in?
Yeah, let's convert him to a striker for the rest of the season.
But that's game awareness. That's understanding the game. If
Mhm.
Harry can come in and figure out what he needs to do to get the ball in the net, our forward line, we got 100 and something mil worth of forwards that can't get it right. You know, I mean, Zersky started as a striker, but today all I saw was reasons why he's not a number 9 because he's dropping way too deep. He wants to get others involved. And it is what it is. But Harry, boy, I wanted him to score because I would have been like, that's Harry being Harry.
Real quick, when you're talking about dropping that deep though and getting people involved, that's what Amarin wants though. That's what Amarin's asking him to do. That's what Gyökeres does at Sporting. That's how he likes to play. He likes to have the strikers come back, lay the ball off, and then they take off when you've got a number 10 or a number 8 sitting the ball to then play it forward when everyone's going forward. So he is being asked by Amarim to do that because it's exactly how Gyökeres plays at Sporting.
Yeah, that's true. But the one thing Zersky can't do is take off. He ain't got that foot speed. But it's just the team that we have though. This is what Amarin has to work with, and you really can't fault him. Even though some of the substitutions were a little bit crazy towards the end. I still don't understand taking off Ugarte and leaving Eriksson. And I know what you guys are saying is a fitness thing, but our midfield was no foot speed after that. There was nothing. There was no base. It was all gone. So
Eriksson had
and
some business decisions to make.
he sure did. I
The
saw your
ball
text.
get on the ground. I'm not about to have another heart attack messing with y'all folks.
I want to point out something. Like I have been watching football for a long time.
Oh God!
And I don't think I have seen as many players fall over and whine and complain as much as those Forest players did today. Oh my God! Every time they were touched, and the minute they didn't get the decision, look, nothing happened to me. It's like it was so bad the amount of time Forest went down today. Even my kid was like, "Why are they falling over?" Like, it was horrible.
I think they're just doing shithousery, man. Just mucking the game up.
Bastards. Just being bastards.
Knowing they got a 1-goal lead, knowing that we just confuse us, make us overthink. Yeah.
Sounds like modern day footy, sure.
That team knows what they want to do. They're well drilled. They know their purpose, and they're more athletic than us. So it was a lose-lose for us because us keeping the ball has never been a good thing for us. Never been a good thing.
It sounds like modern day football. I mean, bro, people go in the corner and wait it out. People go in the corner and shield the ball and then fall down like something happened. That's been happening for at least 25 years. So like it's not crazy that they're doing that. That's how they're set up. That's why they're third. Yeah. Maybe we should do that. Long are the days of soldiers.
Yep.
If you think about
who's the better coach then? Who's a better Portuguese coach right now then?
Well, one coach has the players for a system, so it's unfair to judge our coach on that.
Too. Nuno's been in our league for a while now. Yeah. He brought honestly, that's tough. That's tough.
You can't say Nuno. He failed at Tottenham.
Because he was at Wolves too.
Yeah, he got sacked after 6 months at Tottenham.
Brought them up. He brought them up to their highest ever. Like, and then he had to leave from there. Failed at Tottenham. Came back and look. He's third in the. He's been pretty good. He's not bad.
To be fair to him, no one wins at Tottenham, so I'll give him that.
Like they hardly even get backing. So they're more worried about ticket sales for what's happening at whatever ground they're at. But it's hard. So Amarim's won stuff. So there you have it. Amarim's won in Portugal. So you gotta take that into account. Nuno hasn't won anything in the Premier League, but he's been in the Premier League for a while. And him bringing up Wolves the way he did, he celebrated at Wolves. He's probably a legendary coach for them. And he's doing very well with this Forest team that nobody expected him to be in third. So it's pretty tough.
Well, let me ask you guys this on this question. What if
good question,
coaches switch roles? What if Amarin was at Forest? Would he get something out of that team like Nuno has?
I don't like these kind of questions.
I think he would. Again, Mikey said it perfectly, or Jeremy, whoever said it. Amram hasn't been back yet, so we don't know what he can do with his own team. Like
Right.
it's all well and good coming in and saying like, "Oh, I'm a good coach." Here's a bunch of people that can't play, who've been playing shit all season. Then I'm going to change the tactics halfway through the season, make you play a position you've never played before, and then expect them to do well.
Yeah.
Like we got to give him next year. You know, Nuno has been in the Premier League for a long time and had the backing from a lot of clubs. So, and he's been given time to do his. So we need Amram to do the same thing.
Who would win the league with Forest?
Cheese is saying that I think Amarim would win the league with Forest. Right?
Forest
I
got
don't like
backed,
this
man.
kind of question because they're like, I'm only dealing with what we got in front of us now. The data set we got in front of us, and I think it's just too soon because Amram hasn't.
It's way too soon.
Yeah,
And it's
Let's not-
unfair.
Yeah, let's
But
not forget
if you
Forest
take
got back last year.
If you take it as it is right now, Nuno's just been in the Premier League too long.
Yeah, he understands it a lot
he's
more.
just been there too long.
Yeah.
He gets it. He's been beat up. He's been on a bad Wolves team. He's been on a decent Wolves side. He brought them up. Did he win? Did he not win the championship with Wolves?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, he has
then
won something,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah. And when he was with Wolves, he would give games to City and Liverpool. He would beat them. They would
had our
beat him in their
numbers
games.
times.
Yep, us too. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the players that struggled for us today, I'm just throw Dorgo in there, Garnacho. You talk about young players. Forest is a very mature team. They got some guys that've been around. So that aspect too, and your confidence, you should beat a team like this. You're supposed to beat a team like this. You keep all you gotta do is for us to beat us, really, keep Bruno frustrated. Keep people at Bruno. Make Bruno feel like he has to do a lot more than he needs to. And you will beat Manchester United because nobody is going to produce, create like Bruno. And if he loses his head any one bit, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. And I think Forrest is just like I think Bruno has an indicator too. When he feels like he needs to do a lot, I think he knows something's going shit house.
I want to get on somebody real quick. I'm not gonna name. Not gonna get him, but I just seen people talking about Bruno after this game, and it's just like, yo, he can't
That's
do
weird.
it every game. The same people that were talking, clapping, yeah, Bruno, you are, and we have it. We would have nothing without. Now, look at Bruno again. Hey, look what he's doing, and I'm like, yo, he's a volume player. He had the most chances today. He had six decent chances today. Now it's not saying much because he didn't play well. I can admit that, but to single out Bruno is kind of nobody's above reproach, but I got to look at him a little different than how I would look at what Garnacho did today.
Mm-hmm.
I got to look at him a little bit different, and there's some credence that needs to be given. And like, you know what, bro, you didn't have a good game, but like you've rescued us so many times with your play. You're not going to be able to do it every time. It's impossible. It's a tough ask, but people already back on that. I'll never rate him. He's terrible. Just after you were clapping him a couple weeks ago is crazy, but that's our fan base. Welcome to Manchester United.
Well, the thing with that is, though, did they just forget that he's just been rated the best player in the Premier League in February?
They don't want to hear that.
Oh, no, they were making fun of
yeah.
it. They were like, look at the player of the month. Look at the player of the month. Not doing anything.
Yeah. No. There is people out there that will bitch. That, like, we call it, right, we have a name for them that now. They're Karens, right? They'll find something to bitch and complain about. It don't matter what it is, they'll find something to bitch and complain about. And if you're sitting there complaining about Bruno having one bad game in the last 2 months, I really sit there and consider yourself, are you really a Man United fan?
I call them
seriously?
Exactly. Are you a Man United fan?
I call them Mandem FC because they only like a certain quality of player, a certain style of player. That's what they like. They like the Mandem. That's what they like. If you're not pinging a ball around and every pass is like, oh my God. Like, if you're not Ahmad, if you're not Cubby, if you're not those guys, they're looking at you like, what can he do? If you're not, it's like, come on, bro. You got to be fair. You have to be fair.
Are these the same people that were rating McTominay and crying when he left?
No, they hated McTominay too.
Yeah.
But I was right there.
But-
I didn't hate
Yeah.
him, but
People saying
but I
McTominay
was
could be a
saying-
10 in the system now.
I hear what you're saying. But people like that, like just like Sean said, you question, are they even Man United fans to be like, come on, Bruno, like this has been said ad nauseum. He says he has saved us, man. One player cannot win you the game every single time in football. You got 11 dudes out there. It's not like basketball when one dude can go on a run for like 10 games. You know, even at that, the most elite players do that. In this game, the most elite players sometimes they just can't get you the win. And I mean, Bruno has shown time in and time out he has class. He's been able to rescue us. So I would question their Man United fandom.
I think they're just stuck in the past, and they feel that we're still the club of the past, and that's not it. I mean, we have one world-class player on the team when Manchester United is used to having about 3 or 4 out there. We have one. And then for him to get all the gripe and all the negativity, it's unfair. It's totally unfair because look what he's working with. Look what he's working with.
I'll say players that we could say that can't hold their head today. Lenny Euro.
Yeah, he was good.
Lenny Euro and Delict, hold your
sure.
heads today. You did very well today. There's a couple times where, I mean, granted, there wasn't a lot to do on that end, but Lenny Euro, crazy tackle. Once he got put on that side, it was over with. Nothing was going that way. Delict coming back. Marshalling, what's his name? Gibbs White out off the 1v1s, putting out the fires. Love seeing it. I think Delict is probably our best signing. It was Mazraoui for a long time, but it's Delict now. Delict is the best signing we've had so far in the last one. I
want to touch on something real quick.
I co-sign that too. Yeah.
At the Southampton game, they played the same back four, right? And they had Euro on the right and Maz on the left. At halftime, it wasn't working. At halftime, they swapped it. We controlled the game. Again, this goes back to Amram today. What a poor decision from him to then go, oh, it wasn't working. We're now playing a team third in the league. What makes you think it's going to work now? Again, you swap it at halftime and we're better in defense. Like, again, I just want to point that out like that. Like, don't ever play Maz on the left over Euro again. Like, that's just insane to be thinking about doing.
Yeah, and stop playing Garnacho on the left because he doesn't get it done on the right, but he's horrible on the left. He's a disaster on the left. He turns into a selfish human being on the left, and I thought we got past that already. So yeah,
Dallo worked good on that side. Like, he gives Dallo more of a chance.
Yeah.
Right? Because Dallo's not fast, but he can get up and down, you know, and he'll give the overlap, and he could cross a lot better than Garnacho to me. So I get, and I'm loving the fact that they're prioritizing crossing the ball, as opposed to being centralized. Like, get your fucking ass in the box, and we'll worry about defending with the other side. The other flank will have to come back and defend if they don't stay in, or we'll play a high line to keep one man to recycle play. I like that. I like what they're doing there. I think that's pretty decent. Dallo can do that, but Garnacho needs to be over there too. Get on the right. I don't know. Get on the right side, bro.
I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Like, the crossing is much, much better than what it was at the beginning of the season. We just have one slight problem. No one can fucking score with their head. Like, nobody can score with their head. Like, even Harry Maguire, like, I'm not going to blame Harry Maguire today. You know, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that should have gone in. But then you realize he's bringing his head back. And that's a very hard hit to put it in the back of the net. So I'm not going to blame him for that one.
Yeah.
But
Casemiro had a good look too.
Casemiro, yeah. Dalot hit the crossbar. But when was the last time we scored from a header other than Delit or Harry Maguire?
Probably Zlatan.
Damn, that's crazy. Zlatan?
Maybe Cavani.
I was going to say Cavani. Didn't Cavani give us
Sorry,
some?
Ronaldo for sure. Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's probably Ronaldo, to be honest with you. And that's insane to think. And that's why, for me, as much as I do like Gyökeres, I think Osman's a better fit for Manchester United.
Seems like Osimhen wants to come. Rumor
He
has
does.
it. He doesn't care about Europe or Champions League. He might just want to be here.
He
And the
doesn't
good
care
thing
about
is
that.
if-
Come to
We'll
United.
see. We'll see. We'll see if you
We'll
don't
see.
care
Yeah,
about
we'll
that.
see.
If the money don't add up.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you swap him for Garnacho, you can give him that higher wage because you're not paying anything for him.
Still got other players to get.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is wage-wise, it looks like they if they want to do a straight swap, I'm more than for it because Napoli need to get rid of him. The only thing I'm worried about is Chelsea because Chelsea have wanted him in the past and they can offer him a high wage. But
And they might have Champions League football to offer, at least
Yeah.
Europa League.
yeah, they're going to have Europe at some point. But it does look if reports are right, he does want to come to United, and
It seems like we have more teams on him right now. You know, teams gonna need strikers next year.
Yeah. there isn't many out there either.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal
Chelsea needs one. Chelsea
needs a striker. Yeah.
They need a legit one because Jackson ain't cutting the mustard. He just came back off injury, or he's coming back off injury, or one of those things. Like him, Arsenal, Liverpool.
Yeah. He's not elite. He's just good.
Did anyone see what Chelsea did today?
Yeah,
They
no, I didn't
sold
last
their
night. Yep.
they sold their women's team
Right, I did
back
see
to
that.
themselves
Yeah.
Oh
What?
my god.
to get around financial fair play. They have a subsidiary company called Blue FC or something,
Mm-hmm.
and Chelsea FC sold that company to Blue FC, the women's team, to get around financial fair play. Why are we not doing this?
Well, they
Go
might
open a bank. Like Jeremy, go help them. Open.
they might be in trouble.
Exactly,
for doing
man.
that.
They're trying to do some Elon Musk stuff or what?
Just go and open Reds FC and sell the women's team to Red FC for 150 million.
Cooking
Boy,
some
them Dodgers owners are nothing nice.
Yeah. They just know how to
They're
find these
ruining all sports.
loopholes.
Those Dodgers owners, they're ruining it. They're ruining everything.
And it's not all of them. It's just one of them cases because they're like a big conglomerate. It's a big old
I
group.
know,
They
I
know
know.
what to do.
When-
But you know what I mean? They just know what to do, man. They got a boatload of money, man. They got money. They're printing money.
Well, I know Todd Bowley's stepping down from Chelsea, so someone else is going to be taking over Chelsea.
They might be in trouble for even doing that. Cause
No, the people on the
Okay.
Sky Sports News today said that it's perfectly legal.
Okay, can I read an
Yep,
article?
go ahead.
Okay. The Premier League's 20 clubs have decided against closing a loophole that allows clubs to register income from selling assets to sister companies. Chelsea previously registered the sale of 2 hotels to a sister company for 76 million. Chelsea are likely to be in breach of UEFA's financial rules, however, as its rules do not allow for clubs to register income from selling assets to sister companies.
Okay,
This-
yeah.
The asset, which would be the women's team, was worth about 150 million alone.
Yeah, so they'd be in trouble with UEFA, not the Premier League. Yeah, so I get that. Kind of like what City did. City got charged by UEFA first, remember, and got found guilty. So they'll be probably charged by UEFA for doing it, not the Premier League.
I
And
mean, the fact that it's legal now, they probably won't get charged with it, right?
Yes.
I'm just
going
reading what
forward.
the Times is saying, and I heard about it recently, and I'm like, this sounds like money laundering. This
It
sounds
does.
like
it
it
is.
sounds like money laundering. It sounds
It
like this is
is.
something
It
I
is.
would do if I was selling drugs. I would create a shell company, or
Shell
I'd create my
company,
own company that I could say, hey, I'm gonna sell this to this, and this made this much money, and I can do this because this is its own entity. So like, it sounds like money laundering to be a little bit.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any
That's like-
cash? I got a washer and dryer downstairs.
All we need to hear now is Chelsea. All we need to hear now is Chelsea doing all business through Bitcoin.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be shocked.
So we got City coming up. What are you guys thinking? We trying to win it? This is the last game we want to win.
We can't get caught lacking on Derby Day. We better be going for it, man.
Well, that's the problem. They turn up for Derby Day, don't they?
I want
Yes,
them to.
sir.
I mean, you guys are trying to get embarrassed, and it'll be a good stone to sharpen the blade on for Thursday. I mean, if we come with it, get a win, the guys got to be feeling good going into Thursday. So,
I don't know.
I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I think a win will be very helpful.
Amram does have Pep's number this season, 2-0. He's 2-0 with Pep against Pep this year.
Well, we stole one that day, but we played really
We
good.
did.
We played good that day, though.
Yeah. We deserved the win.
Yeah.
We just stole it at the end. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's up and down with me because the only teams they've lost to as of recently is the team we just lost to, Liverpool and Real Madrid. So other than that, they've been putting out belt to ass in the last 10 games. Oh yeah, and Arsenal, but that's in February, the start of February. So, but I mean, teams better than them. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of expected. So, it just once again, it just depends on who decides to show up. Who's gonna show up for this game? Who's gonna fight and leave it out there? That's typically what has to happen. And those are the things people don't want to talk about, is like the intangible parts, right? The parts that it's gonna take heart and effort, not necessarily the X's and O's in this one. Just you could throw form out the window.
No Harlan, he'll be out.
Yep.
Yeah, but they got Mamouche instead. So
He is trouble.
and then they have a excellent left back in O'Reilly, who scored in the previous game and then came on and got 2 assists at the weekend. He's an exciting young talent.
We'll see. We're going to say that for Thursday. Well, this was pretty much a post-match review. I don't think that anybody's too shocked, too surprised. I don't feel like anyone's too down. Oh yeah, we wanted to win, but it just didn't happen. I think we have a Garnacho problem. I just don't know what the club wants to do with him. If you're gonna sell him, I just don't see it. I don't think he has the. And I know he's still young, but Sean's like, how do you tell a 19-year-old? That's the perfect age. You got to mold him at 19. Don't let him have bad habits. You got to check him. He needs to get checked. 19-year-olds need to get checked. Trust. You know that, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got a trivia question for everyone and everyone online.
Let's do it.
How many times have Manchester United won back-to-back games this season without looking?
None.
I was gonna say none. We haven't done it.
Not in the Premier League. We have, if you include the Premier League and UEFA, the Europa League. But in Premier League, we haven't won any back-to-back, and we haven't drew any back-to-back.
Nope.
We did Sociedad in Leicester City. I know that.
We lost 13 games, so mathematically.
I'm on about the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't drew back-to-back, and we haven't won back-to-back all season.
We're not a good Premier League team. I mean, just for what Amron wants to do, he's lucky to get us where he's at right now. I feel with the players that he has at his disposal, he's lucky to be where we at. I mean, this wasn't one of the worst games I've seen him play on the Amron. We were toothless. We had nothing to offer. I can't even see what.
Score.
Cheese says once.
0, cheesy boy. Cheese 0. Look at that picture.
Not only that, it's just embarrassing when Harry Maguire comes on and raises your XG.
Yeah.
If that was any other team to do that, we would be bantering them to hell. But we've gotten so numb to the banter, I think we'd just be like, it happens.
Oh, yeah, I seen a guy in the gym today just now. He was wearing an Arsenal shirt, and he didn't even he looked at me, and he gave me a look, and he was just like, and he just looked down, and I was just like, I don't know this guy from Adam. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. They don't even want to banter us no more. They're like, shut up.
They've been there. That's the thing. So
yeah,
it's too much.
As much as they hate us, they understand.
They're still there because they're not going to win anything. I mean, you know what,
they look like a functioning team, but they ain't winning shit.
I just have a strange feeling they get past Real Madrid.
I don't know. Not after today.
So.
I have a strange feeling.
Magalas might not play, and Timber might not play.
I have a strange feeling, dog. It's based on absolutely nothing. It's just based on just to get on my fucking nerves. Arsenal will make it through.
I don't know. Real Madrid.
I'll be sweating watching the final or watching the semis. Because what's this? The quarters, right?
The quarters, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sweating watching the fucking, like, they'll beat Real Madrid, and whoever they play next, I'll be sweating bullets. Just like how I was when Liverpool was there a couple times, and when City was there just now, like,
Getting the
Jesus
trouble,
Christ,
yeah.
please, please, please. I won't sleep.
Yeah, but the problem is Arsenal is just like Netflix. They're always waiting for next season.
Yeah. That's a good one. What? Yeah.
Patrice Evra's quote. there.
Jeremy, I'm assuming you
Yes.
like that picture. I saw you laughing.
Yeah. I saw that. I mean,
I
but
didn't
there's
see
like
it. I saw it pop up, but it went by quick.
that
you have to
is
zoom in onto his face. It's
Oh,
fucking
no.
hilarious.
oh my
Well,
god.
anything anybody else want to talk about? I think we talked this game up. I think we know the mood. I want to save stuff for Thursday because there's gonna be more news. Probably hear Mount's hurt.
Damn.
No, that's me.
That's
That's
the word.
terrible.
See, Casey, we are going to be
Yeah.
having serious words if Mason Mount gets declared injured again this week. Serious words.
I mean, you know, that train's never late. just
For
I'm just saying, I'm just
4
saying.
weeks he has been uninjured. Leave him alone. Let's just keep his. That's like it's like when you say a certain name 3 times. Let's just leave him out of our mouths unless he's on the field.
Do you think he gets a start towards the end? Just because
He's starting on Sunday. I'll put money on him starting
Yeah.
on Sunday.
You got to be insane to start him Sunday. I agree with you. I think he will.
That's the game he got
Sunday.
hurt. He started against City and he got hurt.
Yeah.
Remember? So
Yeah, you got to take
Redemption
enough.
game.
You can't bring him back into the team that quickly. Like they've got to be careful with him. I won't even start him for the next 3 weeks. Like bring him on for 20 minutes, just to get that fitness up because he's been out so long. That just
So when you that my questions for that is because so when do you evaluate him until next season? Can Amarim evaluate him to see if he sees him as a part of this team?
I honestly would wrap him in fucking cotton wool for the rest give him minutes, but don't overexert him to the point where he gets injured because he needs to stay consistently injury free to get over this injury. Because when you're rushed back too quickly, for me, right, I love running right now, but the other day when I was sleeping, I felt my hamstring go, so I'm like, I haven't run this week. If I went out and ran on Monday, guess what? My leg would be wrapped up right now and I wouldn't be running for the next 6 weeks. They've got to be careful with him to get him over this injury. So if they start him and he gets injured, then that's on Amarim.
I agree. Also, but Mason Mount also isn't 53 years old. So this
I am 53 either, motherfucker.
I was like, oh yeah,
I got 12 years to go, boy.
Hey, did you see Jeremy? Jeremy was like, yeah, that's true.
I got 12 years to go.
God.
That's funny.
Hey, nah.
Everybody got it too. We were like, yeah, that makes sense.
Let me hold on. Let me just
man.
go ahead and put up Cheese. All right, there you go. Thank you, Cheese. Thank you. But no, man. Nobody can be mad. Nobody can be mad at what happened. The youth team, the youth team kind of led me to this little thing here. This little disappointment today. That kind of lowered my spirits going into this game. Watching them go out to Aston Villa. So that kind of lowered my spirits enough to make me a little bit more cynical than normal. I'm a straight cynic, don't believe anything positive can happen to this team unless they show up. And look, we played decent today and couldn't get it. So it is what it is. We move.
All right, guys. When do you think Ahmad's dropping?
Who?
Ahmad.
Ahmad.
When you think Ahmad is dropping?
Is he back training with the team?
No.
He's not training yet? I thought he was training.
No, not yet.
It looks like if he's going to be back, it'll be this. We'd have to get past Leon first.
Yeah, I think so. May. Yeah.
I feel like if we don't
the
get
initial
past
one.
them, just don't even worry about it.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah, I'm in that boat too.
Yeah. If we don't
Play
get
the
past them on our own, don't worry about it.
Play the kids.
Yeah. Play Second play Harry Amas.
Collier has to play Amas.
Play Collier. Play
Bendito. He needs to get a run.
Yeah, bring Heaven in again. Who else? What's this? Scanlon. Bring on Scanlon in.
Scanlon has to come.
Bring
Maybe
in one of the
Morehouse.
Fletchers. Bring in Jack Fletcher.
Probably.
Let's give guys a
last game of
10
the season.
minutes, yeah. Give them a run out. I'm not mad at that because once we go out,
Garnacho.
once we go out to Leon, which I hope not, but once we go out to them, this is gonna be hard watching these games.
Yeah, it's gonna be a piss fest out here. We're just gonna be just get drunk, drink it through.
Yeah. It won't even mean anything.
I think we've got it all in.
Whoa.
You guys wait for me to say things, I think.
We don't wait for you. It just comes out.
Oh shit.
You know, Sean and Ronaldo stay professional. They don't ever go.
I just said, hey, yo, man. I'm laughing.
Hey,
oh, did you?
Ronaldo's laughing too. Yeah.
I just real subtle. I say it and let the show move.
Well, you guys need to get your minds out the gutter. That's the problem. That's you.
Hey,
it's not me.
I love the gutter.
I am the gutter.
I love the gutter.
All right, guys.
Casey.
Fun show. I love talking to y'all. Thank you for being part of my April Fool's prank, by the way. I needed something.
I didn't catch that until later. I was at work, like, damn, I have to call this guy. Like, something really serious going on.
I'm thinking you're spiraling. Like, he's fighting at work. He's about to lose our sponsor.
This is what happens to me every April Fool's. My sister and my cousins call me like, "What are you gonna do to people today?" I'm like, I don't know, but I did. It started last night. I was trying to just prank you guys, but then once I went to Facebook, people were like, "Dude, are you having midlife crisis? What's going on with you?"
I was talking about getting his coaching license, and I was like, "He want us not to joke? He want us not to laugh?"
He said his coaching license.
I texted Sean. I'm like, "Yo, this motherfucking Casey is having a damn crisis every other damn week. What the hell?"
My wife texted me asking what was wrong with Casey.
Oh God, I love it. That's great. That's what
my wife.
Like,
she was like, "What's those comments on the show? Like, is Casey okay?"
Now you're like disrupting our home lives now.
Oh, don't do that.
So I'm glad your joke was. I'm glad you got everything out of your joke, Casey, because now people are worried about you.
I've lost friends some other April Fools. Like people.
Cheese was you nearly lost Cheese's friend today.
Cheese
he was like, "What the fuck
me.
are you talking about?"
Cheese texting me. He's like, "I don't believe you." Cheese texting me, "I don't believe you. It's April 1st. I don't believe you."
He said, "You better Photoshop the receipt." I'm doing Photoshop the receipts. I was like, "Damn."
You're a fool and April Fool.
All right, folks. It's been another one of those Casual Red shows. It's been a good show. We lose 1-0. We got City on the weekend, and then we had the big game against Leon. You know, no one's too down, too high. You know, we just thought we could get at least. I thought we deserved a draw, but it didn't happen. Sean and Mikey have their show on Thursday. Salute to Mr. Green. Did a great job, by the way. Salute to my panel tonight. Jeremy, Mikey, Sean, Ronaldo. You guys have a good evening. This has been another one of those Casual Red shows brought to you by BMS Law Firm 747-444-4444. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting. Peace to you, Cheese. Everybody have a good evening. Up the Reds.
Hang back if you can. Hang back if you can.
Yep.